Hey, what's up? I thought I might do a little commentary video on some replays for my SDR runs. It's not often to hit rank 1. I think this is the second time I've ever done it. So, it's always a great feeling, when you can get that rank 1 spot. Really validates all the money I pump into this stupid game. Anyways, we'll talk about that. So, the team I landed on here, well, I feel like the meta, if you will, copy pasta for this SDR was I feel like everyone was using Fallen Maria, Bride Catria with Guidance 4. God, I wish I had Guidance 4 on my Catria. I don't. As soon as Guidance 4 comes back, I'm getting a copy for my Catria. I'm sick and tired of playing Summoner Duels without Guidance 4 on Catria. I feel like I can't use Catria because I don't have Guidance 4 on her. It's that... I feel like it's that big of a gap that I'd rather use someone else at that point. You know what I mean? So, even my Winter Cordelia doesn't have Guidance 4 either, but... So, I don't use her for that same reason anymore. It's I'd rather have someone with Guidance 4 than use one of those two. Okay, and then so it was Bride Catria, Guidance 4, Fallen Maria, Duochrome with Sea Feud. Yeah, Duochrome with Sea Feud and Guard Bearing. Legendary Robin, who might have the Guard Bearing instead of Crom. Excuse me. And then the fifth one is just a fire save tank. It's a flex, whatever your best fire save tank is. That's the copy pasta I've seen. I would say a good 7 of my 12 matches, that was the team I fought, verbatim. Now, not having Guidance 4 on Catria isn't a death sentence. It's not impossible to deal with it. This is my Guidance 4 user for this time, and the reason why I use Altina over anyone else, my Thor has Guidance 4 as well, right? But the reason I use Altina over anyone else is because if I need her to, she can wall off physical threats. If I were, I can deal with cav lines with this team because of Altina. I can just park Altina wherever they're coming at me, and they can't do anything to her. And it's all because of this cheater skill. Guard Bearing 4 was a mistake. I will say that now, forever and for always. Guard Bearing 4 should not exist. What a cheating skill. But anyways, I digress. And yeah, actually, you know what? Hinoka was pretty prevalent as well. If the team didn't have Duochrome, they had Hinoka. So that was the copy pasta. It was, Bride Catria, Fallen Maria, Legend Robin, and then the two flex spots would be Save Tank, and then either Duochrome or Hinoka. Those were the copy pastas I ran into 70% of the time. So anyways, the team I landed on was I felt like, since I didn't have Catria with Guidance 4, I felt like I was forced to use Earth Rendering. But on this map, I feel like Earth Rendering's probably better than Flash of Steel anyways. And Reversal is one of those niche skills where it's good, but if you're not fighting an Omni-Tank team, it doesn't really do much for you. So I'd say Earth Rendering is probably the best skill, just because it gives you a lot of leeway. And then Flash of Steel is probably it could be better if you have a solid plan for it, but yeah. Excuse me. So, also, a lot of my opponents also had Earth Rendering. I'd say it's probably 6 or 7 out of 10 times it was Earth Rendering, right? Anyways, so I felt like I don't have Catria. What's a captain I can use that's is probably not gonna die to stuff, but I could also keep in the back line just in case. It's why would I not use Duo Asker, right? I have him, I should use him. He's also just probably the best support in the game. So, and then this funny skill just came out. 5 HP, 3 attack defense, perfect for him. 3 Devres might be better, but, you know, attack is good. And yeah, so that was that. I already showed Altina. I had my Hinoka just as a bonus, but I'm such a coward that even after I used my freebie, I kept Hinoka just to mitigate point loss. So it would be like a little easier to play catch up for when I lost some more. But also she's just really good. She's just good. Plus she gives Altina the charge status. So ultimately she just worked on the team. So I thought about it. I'll talk about it more once I get into the matches, but okay, so at first, I wanted to use Duo Marth. I really did. I got Duo Marth with, like, the quote-unquote whale build. Like, I've got attack speed and Unity on him. He should probably have Savvy Fighter 4, but personally, I have Special Spiral 4 on mine. But, Savvy's probably better, but I like Spiral 4. So, yeah, but I ran into some problems with Marth, but again, I'll talk about it later. So, ultimately, I landed on using Tiki instead. And then, of course, like, SDR, this man's a staple. It doesn't matter what season it is. If it's SDR, if you don't have Legend Robin, you're automatically putting yourself at a disadvantage. Like, if you have him, you gotta use him. And, yeah, that's it. So he was also my Hardy Bearing user and my Camp to Control person. So, yeah, let's get into some matches. Immediately, we lose. But this person was really good. Let's take a look at my first loss. So, this person had a very, very interesting builds on some of their characters. Like, Shez, like, this is probably... It worked out really good, but, like, it's weird to see this kind of a build, like, Tempo Canto Control on Legend Shez. But, man, I got fucking rocked. Like, I couldn't say anything. I got destroyed. And then this was the first... This is actually a very common build that I've seen on this Crom. Almost every Crom I've seen in the upper echelons had physical NFU, C Feud, and Hardy Bearing. It makes me think maybe I should put C Feud on my Crom. I don't necessarily think that he needs physical NFU. It's good on him, but I still prefer Spiral 4. But yeah, maybe I should just put C Feud on mine. But anyways, yeah, their C Feud was very common too. Like, people were just ready for Fallen Maria, and I just didn't think I needed to worry about it. Which I didn't, but maybe I should have a little bit. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, so they had the Shez, the Crom. This Sheeta is fucking sweet. Like, they've got a Scoochen as a failsafe for when you punch through the guard bearing, but dude, this Sheeta was... Damn, this Sheeta. The Maria, of course, with Infantry Pulse to get Shez down to lethality so that she gets an automatic lethality through the tempo, right? Like, that's honestly kind of big brain. And the Tiki. A plus 10 Tiki. This made me realize that while Hinoka's really good, she kind of needs to be even with merges to kill Tiki. Like I think... Hinoka, when I attacked into this Tiki, she always lived with like 6 HP. So like, if you want to kill a plus 10 Tiki with a Hinoka, your Hinoka also needs to just be plus 10. Because like, my Hinoka's built for like max offensives, right? Like, there's nothing else I could have done to do more damage to this Tiki other than just get merges. Or I guess like plus attack too, right? But like, I don't have a floor for her. So anyways, yeah, this was a rough match. Whoop. Alright, so my first match didn't have like... This is more or less my opening move, but I kind of... I don't want to say polished it, because it more or less stays the same, but like, yeah, this is like my opening move for all of them. Sometimes Asker will be where Robin is, sometimes Robin will be over here. I kind of just react to what happens, right? But anyway, so from here... Hinoka could not kill Tiki. She lived with 6 HP. Might have been 8. It was like either 6 or 8. Something like that. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, wow, Hinoka can't kill Tiki. Okay, cool. Yeah. And, like, since Hinoka couldn't do anything, I just had to... I don't even know. Like, they stall, and then I stall with Marth's duo skill. Just because I need them to approach me. I can't do anything from this position. Maria kills Marth! Okay, this was the beginning of the end of Marth, for me. Like, this is what made me think that Marth is more of an SDS saver than an SDR saver. Like, Marth is really good, don't get me wrong. He's such a good save tank. But you can't prepare for everything. If I had Fallen Maria on this team, he would probably be fine. Like, she would cover his one-shot base. But, like, when someone like Maria, where... Because Marth doesn't have Null C, right? So when someone attacks into him and he can't counterattack, he's kind of just fucked. And... Because, like, for the most part, he always met the speed check, but either my opponent had Hardy Bearing, or they attacked in with Maria and she just killed. So I was like, man, like, this isn't working. That's what maybe... This... I think I did it a second time, so when I get to the second match, we'll talk about it a little more there, but yeah. That's what made me start thinking, like, maybe I should use a different Fire Saber. And then, so once that happened, again, Tiki's covering everyone. I can't kill her. So at this point, they forced my hand. I have to go into a trade war at this point. So I have to go in with Altina. I was surprised. I mean, Lethality's nuts, right? And she has Grand Strategy, but, like, my Asker had Grand Strategy too. And, man, she just rocked me, man. That Lethality just cuts through. I don't know why I think Asker can take Lethalities, but he almost, more often than not, he almost always dies on Lethalities. But anyways. So, yeah, from here I was like, I gotta just do it, man. Like, I gotta take a pot shot. Like, my hand is forced. We have to do a trade thing here. My only melee just used up her turn, so let's just take a pot shot at Hinoka and go from there. And then it's GG. it's over. Yeah. And then from here, it's like, yeah, okay, it's like, I'll try, we'll see. Ooh, and it's over. Yeah. So GG's to that first person. I got rocked. We won't bother doing the second match because that was they forfeited as soon as the match started. So I was like, all right, awesome, thanks for the free win. Now I don't have to worry about anything. The second loss. And this is where the first instance of Katria rears her head. Down here. Oh, this person used Asker as well. Okay. Oh yeah, the Ignis Asker. Yeah, that Asker is something. Anyways. God, this really makes me think that I should use Ignis on my Asker instead of Bonfire, because Ignis Asker kills my Bonfire Asker 100% of the time. But anyways, we'll... And then, yeah, this was, you know, the guidance for Katria with Unity and all that funny stuff. First preempt Hinoka that I've seen. So here, I think I do the exact same opening. Duo skill. All that stuff. And yeah, so... It's their turn. And they have Flash of Steel. So, their guard-bearing Robin destroys my Marth. And I was like, alright, fuck this. Marth is not cutting it. Like, I need someone that can... like, withstand blows through guard-bearing. Because, like, Marth has a lot of offensive prowess, but when it comes to, like, taking a hit, he can't do it. So that's when I switched to Tiki. I was like, at least if someone comes in to attack my Tiki, she won't die to guard-bearing stuff. And if it's a Crom, she can take her Deadeye away, and she will live. And I went the Miracle Tiki route, so it worked out a lot better. So that's why I was like, all right, it's time to switch off Marth. He's not working. He's not getting it done. And thank God I did, because every match I've done in the upper echelons, everyone would have rocked Marth. So it's a good thing I swapped him out. And from here, they're not... I probably... Well, we'll see what I do. Alright, so I do that. But... Ooh! God damn! The special charges from Hinoka let him get his Ignis off. He had the triangle attack. Actually, he might not have had triangle attack. Well, maybe it did, but anyways, it don't matter. I was in disbelief. I was like, oh, man. See, I didn't think he would get his Ignis off, but it didn't register that he had special charges from Hinoka, so I was like, oh, no. And then Tiki's covering everyone from here, so I go in with Altina. Unfortunately, she dies of the Ignis. What are you going to do? And then, like, 1 HP, man. Come on. Oh, that was Miracle. Okay, so that's why. But anyways, I thought I might be able to clutch this out. But, yeah. What are you going to do? You want to know why I gave up? Hinoka couldn't kill Katria. I shit you not. She did 99 damage, which is the cap, so it was probably over 100 damage. But because this skill is stupid and unfair, she didn't kill. What a joke. And I didn't double because she just outsped me. So it's like, well, rip. If I doubled her, I would have got Deadeye. Actually, no, I wouldn't because she doesn't have her skills active. There's no friends around. So I was screwed to begin with. Yeah, so anyways, rip that. And now we get into my my comeback here. This was something of a gatekeeper, I feel like. This is a master player, max score. I was like, oh my god, here we go. Third loss incoming. I'm gonna just... at this point, I was like, thank god I got that freebie, because I might have D-ranked at this point. But we swapped in the Miracle Tiki here. Admittedly not the best strat, because I don't think she gets special charges. And Hinoka's not close enough to her to give her special charges. Yeah. So, but anyways, I digress. It worked out. This person used reversal for some reason. So, yeah. We'll just see how it goes. Honest to God, the reason I won this was because I'm a whale. So Tiki goes down. Honestly, that was a good play. Like my save tank's gone. They're good to go. They've got the Savvy Marth, but that doesn't matter if I hit him with whatever. Actually, I don't remember what I do. I think I take him out with Asker. Actually, let's see. So yeah, Marth doesn't have a guard, right? And this is where that last match made me think maybe I should put Ignis on my Asker. So I did. And he would have been fine with Bonfire versus Marth. But anyway, it took him out easily enough. And from there, I don't know why they went back. They probably just wanted to make sure they didn't lose their Robin. But they're trying to flank me here. Their idea is they're going to come and try and flank me with their Maria. That's what they're doing. And they triangle attack into my Asker with Maria. This is why I say I won this because I'm a whale. So Asker just face tank, triangle attack, follow Maria. For free, basically. But although, I don't know, even if he was like, let's say +1 or +0, he probably still wouldn't have died. Like, he lived with a good amount of HP. But it would have been friggin' close. So from here, I'm like, Asker is dead to the next attack anyway, so let's just use his action up. Chrom barely kills, to be fair. But yeah, to my surprise, I was like, yo, this is actually GG, I think. Once I got that kill with Hinoka there. So yeah, GG's there. I was very surprised I was able to take this person. I feel like this person was like a gatekeeper because they were playing seriously. It didn't look like they were going to forfeit at any point to give me the W, even though they had max score. So I was like, screw you, man. I did it. Yeah. And yeah, the next match here. This was another very good player. Another very scary team. God, whenever I see players that are like a higher score than me, I'm like, oh god, this person knows what they're doing. But like that's the mindset I have, but I also prefer to play people that are like either equal my score or higher than me because I want it to be like an even match. I feel like a bully when I play against players that are like 1,000 or more points below me. You know what I mean? Like it just feels wrong. But that being said, there are a lot of amazing players at the lower score as well. So this person had a fire save for Mortis, which again, Hinoka like barely kills for Mortis, but she does get it done. Yeah, it's just he's like pre-charged. Like Hardy Fighter is just good again. I think it fell off there for a little bit because of Beacon and Flow, but like it's back. It's back with a vengeance. So yeah, this is just the same copy pasta as I was saying. Hinoka's here, but they have Chrom as well. So they don't have Fallen Maria, which is nice. A nice change of pace. But again, I didn't feel like Fallen Maria was a huge problem. Like even when I fought against teams that had her, I didn't feel like she mattered that much. Which is why I didn't worry about her too much. But yeah, Guidance 4 Catria is so annoying. Like, but again, like for the amount of times I fought her, it made me realize like even though I don't have her, or even though I don't have Guidance 4 on my catcher, it makes me feel like I can't use her. It's not a death sentence. Like I do well enough against these teams. Like it's you can maneuver around them as long as you have Guidance 4. You don't necessarily need Catria, but it's just the only thing I'll say is that if you're going into a team with Catria and you don't have her yourself, but you do have Guidance 4, the odds are the enemy's probably going to take first blood, which is fine. It's just as long as you have the bulk on the team to withstand anything else after you take out their like nuke. That's what's going to make the difference, I feel. So, basically what's going on here is I use the cheater skill to wall off units. Well, I mean, Tiki's there anyways, but... And then I also have Asker just because I feel like... There are cases where Asker dies, but I feel like more often than not, he'll shrug off a death. Or like shrug off a threat, and I can just go in afterwards. So I think we both just stall here with the duo skill. Or harmonic skill. Yeah. So there, I need to get Hinoka into position so she can take out for Mortis, because she couldn't from here. But, now, see, the way I use a Hinoka is, as long as I can take out their fire save tank, then she did her job, and I can just, so like, I sack her, 90% of the time, I just sacrifice Hinoka to get rid of the fire save tank, because then the rest of my team can do their job. And then from here, and I'm like, I realized, like, you know, Altina has charge. I can take out a pretty big threat here. And then Tiki can shrug off everything else here. So I was willing to sacrifice Altina for that. But at this point, at this point in the fight, I'm ahead score-wise, so I'm just kind of playing defensively here. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you have to approach me. I'm ahead. So that's the way I'm approaching this. But then I'm like, I could take out their Robin. Let's do it. Plus, I'm like, I can take out their Robin, and I'm still covered by Tiki, so let's do it. And at that point, they were like, yeah. I was ahead enough that they probably couldn't take out my Tiki with their Chrom, and it was just GG. So yeah. Decent match. And that's where I started feeling like, thank God I have Tiki instead of Marth. This match, it's a cool team. I'll show the team, but it was kind of like I bullied them a little bit, which made me feel bad, like what I was saying before. But they did have a cool team. Like this is a true blue team. Like, make no mistake, this is what I mean. Like, even if you get matched up with someone who's like way less score than you, I mean, people still know what they're doing. Like, you still run into, like, cool teams like this and, like, real teams, like, people that know what they're doing. So, like, Tana with Guidance 4. Got the Fallen Marie. You got the Legend of Robin. It's just Cynthia's the only thing here that's, like, a little different. But, like, it was a cool team. We'll play it out. The only thing here is that there wasn't ever really a point in this match where I felt threatened. It's not because they were a lower tier. It's just because there was nothing here that could immediately kill Tiki. Especially when she has the support from Hinoka. Like, their Hinoka could come in. And she could take a pot shot at Tiki, sure. But she won't die to one hit. And the second hit will be Miracle. So, I was like, if she at least procs Miracle, then I have a second save in the pocket to then initiate. But I'm also not worried about anything on their team killing Asker, so I just kind of go in for it. And then I swap. Just now Tiki's here, so I can go in a little harder, a little further. And yeah, just kind of go for it. This was honestly a misplay, but it didn't matter. But like I was like, yo, Robin is Wings of Mercy range. Let's just throw Hinoka up. But to my surprise, she didn't double and she just didn't kill. So honestly, I assumed she would just kill in one arrow, but she didn't. Yeah, it's pretty much GG from here. But that was a cool team. Midas, yo, this person destroyed me. I didn't even kill a single one of their units. I just got walled. This person is like a master at this. Like, so it's another copy pasta team, right? Like, it's the same thing that we've been seeing. This is a plus 10 Hinoka, by the way. with Maria, you've got the Guidance for Katria, the Robin. I couldn't do anything to this Robin. I was checkmated by this Robin. No one, not Hinoka, not pre-charged Spiral 4 stuff, could even touch this thing. So I quickly realized that first turn on turn 2, I was like, I'm screwed. I'm actually screwed. I can't kill that Robin. So I just kind of stall here, but like, yeah, she got the triangle attack, and I was like, from here, like I already used up Altina's turn doing the drawback, but because I was hoping Hinoka could do something to Robin, but nah, she can't. I was like, wow, well, I'm not gonna waste my time or Midas's time. Like, I'm actually just checkmated by Robin, so GG. But from Midas, I guess this is where I have my comeback, because it's all victory road from here. Fortunately. This was another cool team. They just had like a Maria, like distant reversal and stuff. This was a cool team too. We actually played it out to like the final turn and stuff. They just had like AoE, Ophelia and stuff like that. It wasn't like, I wasn't super scared that they could kill. The only thing I was worried about killing Tiki was if they had Heather with dual strike. Or Ophelia, honestly. Like, but no, well, not really Ophelia, because she reduces damage from AoE. So the only real threat here to Tiki was Heather. But Myrrh, the reason why this took so long to get a W was because of Myrrh. So I needed to get someone in to take out Myrrh so that I could start warping around. Like, I needed Robin to kill Myrrh, because no one else could have. But again, this is why having Altina was good with Garbarian Force. She can wall off like the physical threats like Byleth and Myrrh, and Tiki was like impervious to Ophelia. So I was getting like worried here. Like, the longer this takes, the more powerful Heather is gonna make herself and Ophelia. But I saw an opportunity to take out Byleth and get some points, which might have been a bad trade because I didn't need to worry about Byleth with Altina. But I was like, I kind of want to get something going here. And I saw an opportunity to get more points. And honestly, that there is what kind of solidified the victory. And then, yeah, once I took out Myrrh, it was pretty much open season. This is another Katria team by the looks of it. Oh, this team had Thor. Oh, this is a cool team. This team was kind of sweet. They have double sword and guidance instead of guidance 4. And then they just use normal Katria stuff to get Tiki around. And then they just have like, they can freely move Katria, Thor, and Hinoka around with soaring guidance. I was like, at first I was like, should I be scared of this? But then I was like, well, from the Ophelia match preceding this, I was like, well, I don't need to worry about Thor because of Tiki. Tiki can also shrug off Hinoka, like, with Miracle. I don't need to worry about Katria. She's not going to kill Asker or Altina. So once I realized that, I was like, maybe this isn't as scary as it seems. Even though, like, Maria's here, so I was like, it could be annoying, but basically, at this point, it's all about getting Hinoka in position to deal with Tiki, the enemy Tiki. Unfortunately, that there made it so I didn't do enough damage, so I kind of had to wait a turn. But, oh yeah, see, I always overlook the Katria triangle attack, so I guess I didn't need to worry about Tiki there. Versus it's kind of sad. The only way Hinoka does kill Tiki is with triangle attack, but still. So I guess I was able to take their Tiki out. But now it's like it's open season on both of us, right? Because neither of us have our fire save tanks anymore. But I felt a little comfortable here because I can shrug off their Katria with Altina. I'm not worried about their Thor killing Asker. Their Hinoka might, but I'll just make sure I take her out next turn. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just take your Maria, I guess. Alright, so I'm worried here, because they get first move, obviously. And they take out Altina. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no, that's bad. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I can get a captain kill. I'll be ahead in points, and then it's like, what are they going to do? They can't do anything to Robin from this point, so it's like, do I win? I think I just win. I just need to run away. But then I get first turn, and I'm like, well, I actually do win. GG. You know, it's like, I'm ahead by 2 points, so you just come at me, bro. So, yeah. GG. That was very close, but I'll be honest, I disrespected that team a little bit. I should have gave it a little more respect, but fortunately, it worked out in the end. And then these other two matches are kind of just, I don't remember them, to be honest. These last two teams were different teams. They weren't really the copy pasta that I was used to fighting up to this point. They had like a Fire Save Felix. Everyone has had Leopard Robin though, like as a gold standard, pretty much. And then yes, honestly, with all due respect, I kind of steamrolled through the last two matches. Just because like well actually this one here, I was a little concerned about because I was like, does Julia just destroy Tiki? I don't actually know. But Yune just like supercharged us because of Robin, so yeah, I didn't really need to worry about it. And then that's a near save, so I was like, okay, we're good. So yeah, that was my run. It went pretty good. Well, in the beginning, it was really rough in the beginning, so I wasn't sure. But you know, I kind of realized about myself that like I'm lazy, right? So I don't really do a lot of practice. I think I did 2 practice matches just to get an opening. And then from there, I just started. And I immediately lost, like, 2 matches. I was like, oh, God. But, like, that's where I started noticing, like, some bad habits that I do. I make some mistakes here and there. And, like, I do practice matches to get an opening. But my real practice is when I actually start playing. Because as you saw, like, I made a pretty good comeback after those losses. And, yeah, you know. And, you know, once I got that freebie win and I was guaranteed to at least stay in Master Tier for next season, I was like, you know, pressure's off, let's just have fun, right? And, yeah, it all worked out in the end. So, that was that. I know not a lot of people really take Summoner Duels very seriously or even play it, but yeah, if you did play, let me know how you did, and yeah, appreciate you watching. We'll check you out in the next video. Peace out.